Hello there, Karakan staff. I hope you're having an awesome day, and I want to start by saying happy Australia Day, happy Aussie Day, happy holiday, whatever that day is for you tomorrow on the 26th of January. I hope that you enjoy it. I know I'm looking forward to that time, putting my toes out on the beach and having some downtime. I hope you're keeping well during this time. I know that we are continuing to navigate some challenging times, and you as our staff have just done wonderful in being responsive and doing your best to provide supports and to look after yourself during this time. And I want to say thank you for that, because I know it's not always easy. I wanted to share a couple of thoughts today, a little bit of information to share with you, but just something to consider if you're interested as well. This year will be a wonderful year for our organisation, a year where we start to lever wonderful strengths that we have, a year where we explore, where we continue to best add value, a year where we grow great seeds that have already started to blossom, but we want to take that further. And part of that growth is about growing our people. It's not just about growing the organisation, it's about meaningful growth and purposeful growth. As we consider our mission is to enable and empower people with mental health and disability to live the best life that they can. And the role that we play is an important part of doing that. It's a worthy mission. I was reading I started to read a book and listen to some of the podcasts by a man called Johan Hari. And he writes a book called Lost Connections. And you can even look it up on YouTube, and he gives a bit of a synopsis or a summary on the book. And he talks about the power of connections and the impact that has on our mental health. And when we lose connections with people or with community or with our sense of purpose or with our own values, that our mental health, our identity can really start to struggle and to suffer. And it's really highlighted the power of meaningful connections. And I think about that and our organisation, the role that we play. And I'm excited for 2022 to consider, how do we strengthen connections and help others strengthen connections in our community, so our mission can come alive, where we empower and enable people with mental health challenges and people with disability to live their best life. So with that in mind, part of that is considering what are the things that we could be doing that we're not doing. And I know that you would have great ideas, you would see things and have ideas of, hey, we could be doing this and that could make a difference. I just want to say I welcome any feedback or ideas that you want to share where you think we could increase connections for people with mental health challenges and people with disability. Increasing connections with their community, with their peers, or other forms of connection that add value to their lives. I would love it if you wanted to share that directly with me. Feel free to email me. Feel free to when you're in the office, come and say hi. We all have ideas to share and things to give in this space. I'm excited to look at how we move forward and some of the thinking that's starting to come to the surface so that we can continue to help people make meaningful connections. Part of us growing, though, is actually, again, I'll go back to our people growing. I would like to encourage each of you to consider whether you would like to increase or access any form of training or education that's relevant to community services, in the sense of the services we deliver to people with disabilities and mental health challenges. Perhaps you have an interest in mental health or in disability or both. I would really like to encourage you, if you do, to let us know. There are options to support you in a traineeship, and there are a number of ways in which we can do that. And I would welcome an opportunity to help you do that. What I would ask is, and Michelle's going to send an email out on Thursday that will highlight how you can express your interest if you would like to receive or have the opportunity to access a traineeship. And we can talk about the number of ways that that could look. In the spirit of growth, there will also be a role advertised in the coming days within our organisation for a support coordinator, or a role that would support coordination and recovery coaching. If you have an interest in that, if you would like to look at professional development opportunities within the organisation to bring your skills and to grow your skills, I encourage you to apply and to take the time to express that interest and to have that conversation. There will be opportunities for people to grow as we move through this year. Training is part of that. New roles, or a new role in this case, is part of that. And I'm excited to see who may be interested in engaging in those opportunities. I just want to also say thank you for those that have come in, to connect and collect. I hope you've enjoyed your cold bottle of water and your chocolate bar or your Mentos, and it's really great just to look you in the eye and say thank you for what you do. I'd like to take more of that opportunity. I think I've missed a few of you as you've come in. We appreciate what you do. What you do is important, and if there's anything that we can do to help that, I would like to know. As we now get ready for our public holiday, again, I wish you well tomorrow. Just by way of update, we'll be having a new marketing manager and a new quality and risk manager starting over the next 4 weeks, and that will add more capacity to our team to continue to take our direction as an organisation forward. Appreciate everything you do. Have an awesome week, and I hope to see some of you in the office over the coming weeks. Cheers. Bye.